without him. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is now the Three
I
Musketeers
can land on my
podcast.
feet.
You say you can what now, bro? Now this is now the Three Musketeers podcast. We got Sosuke G Shadow and myself.
Indeed.
Either way, though, guys, it is that time. What's going on? It's your boys back at it again today, as we are coming back at you with another Talk of the Town podcast, as per usual. And I'm joined by the regular guests. Starting us off, we have Arisu Sosuke.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Great to be back here as per usual. You should go play Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's fucking great.
He's still going on about that.
Do it.
He's still going on about that. And
I will never stop.
following him, we have G Shadow 007.
Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing today?
And last but certainly not least, we have a new type SF.
I am new type SS. The SS stands for 6 feet, bro. 6 feet.
How do you possibly think of new thing? Do you lay awake at night thinking about like the next time you're gonna change the SF on your name?
Every time when I was in high school, I would like make comments on the thing my teacher would say, and then like she said the same thing. Did like stop doing that? Why do you just come up with these things on the spot? Like, do you actually use your intelligence in my class or what? I'm like, oh, okay.
I remember the a little off topic. The first time I met new type, I asked him what the SF was. He said it stood for Superfly, and then I asked him again, and he said it was something else. But and of course, it is me, Westtown HG. You already know. If you guys are excited for the podcast, hit that like button for your boy and talk up in the chat as well. We might answer some questions later if you guys post any. But we're going to get right into this week's topic, starting with everyone's week. So, Sosuke, how's your week been? What you playing? You watching new anime? Take it away.
My week has been pretty good. Watching some more Rockman.exe stream with Ryusei and Trip. Very good anime. Also, I've been playing Xenogears, and honestly, that game, instant classic. My memory of it from when I was younger, very hazy, but I'm enjoying it a lot more than I did before because when I was younger, I didn't even remember how that game played. I just knew Faye's a martial artist. I like that about him. That's it. Now I'm just like, holy shit, this game's amazing. And I'm still only 10 hours in. And I've also been playing an unhealthy amounts of Sengoku Basara 4 and Super Robot Wars Z2. Don't judge me. Those games are really fucking good. Trying to stave off the need for Maxi Boost on.
Oh, I'll get to that.
Oh yeah.
That
was my week though.
Cool. G-Shadow, how's your week been?
My week's been fine. Been continuing my Final Fantasy marathon. Just beat the first game. And it was frustrating. Very frustrating. But I'm still beating it.
Has the first game aged well, like in terms of mechanics?
Not really. You start off buying your own shit.
So like in the NES, there's like things that weren't like in the newer games. So like in the first one, there's like no Phoenix Down, so you actually need a healer to revive you. Or
if the hero dies, you have to go to the church to revive everybody.
Yep.
You can't get like a warp spell until later on in the game. And if you die, if the white mage dies like 5 dungeons deep, oh, you're fucked. You might as well reset the game because it's way faster. But I'm on Final Fantasy VI right now, and that game is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So, would you recommend people who are looking to get into Final Fantasy to start with one, or to jump into an easier? No. Okay.
No, go with 6, go with 4, go with 7. I only recommend when your Final Fantasy skills are more sharp, because that game is pretty hard.
I went from 4 to 1 to 2 and all over.
Up and down and all around, jeez.
7.
I mean, it's not a big deal because
Crisis Core onward.
Because the stories in all the Final Fantasy games are radically different from each other, with the exception of the sequels. So you should have no problem getting into any numbered entry, unless it's like a sequel to one of the entries, like 13.
13-2, 10-2. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, played Max Boost on last week. Well, I guess Sunday it was Sunday, right? So yeah, really enjoyed that. Can't wait for the full game to come out. And I'm working on my Gundam Age review.
All right.
So yeah.
No. I really hope that when this game launches, it does not have a mandatory tutorial with that theme play. Oh my god, that was the worst
won't.
part of Gundam Burst on PS4. I'm pretty sure that tutorial was mandatory, and you couldn't.
You don't like old school songs, boy?
No, it was fine, G Shadow. But after an hour of hearing it straight of me doing the tutorial, that's when I started to go crazy.
Low-key while I put down Gundam versus Next Plus, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And then throughout like this next mode, the mode called Next Mode, there's like 4 stages in a row where that song keeps playing, and I was just like, can we not? Please, I have other things to listen to.
Well,
for like
hopefully
like
this
4
this new one.
stages.
Hopefully this new one's got custom music, but I doubt that.
No, it does. They confirmed it.
Okay, well that's cool.
Nothing but Armored Core greatness.
I remember the first time I played Next Plus, and I kept hearing that song as well. I was like, why? Why does this exist? And whenever I got to the seed
Give us the movie.
the seed stages, and I got to see Destiny music like Life Goes On, and I can't remember the name of that one song, but it's like Boku Dachiwa. I can't remember the name of that song, but
This is the third opening.
yeah. So those two songs
Pretty good.
were really good, and I was like, this gives me life. And that's also the first time I heard the I think it's 8th MS Team opening, and that song is really good. All right, New Type, how was your week? How are things in Florida over there? I see the Grim Reapers on your beaches, so
Oh yeah, he frequently visits these days. It's pretty nice, actually.
That's why it was trending.
So the deal with that was it was like a lawyer who dressed up as the Grim Reaper because stupid people were going to the beach. We're supposed to be in quarantine. So then he was trying to send a quote-unquote message.
Mommy, what's that? Shh, don't look at that.
Don't look at him. So anyway, my week has been pretty good. I finished my classes, so next semester should be my next semester. And I managed to platinum Super Robot Wars T. So I got VXT all platinum and ready. Right now, I'm trying to platinum Bioshock. I'm literally on the final boss. So after I beat him, I should platinum.
How many children have you sacrificed?
I accidentally got one kid killed because it was like so it was.
Or they wouldn't shut up about Mr. Bubbles.
Oh, so anyway, it was at the end. It was at the end where you're supposed to escort one of the little sisters, and
I know what you're
and then there was this guy who had a security drone, and I thought it was mine, so it kept shooting at the little sister while I just looked at it. I'm like so confused. Like, where'd you come from?
Man, stop. What the fuck, man? Stop.
So then that kid died. I'm like, well, I'm gonna just go get another one.
Nobody's getting another one. What is it, freaking Crosshand? That's my baby. Just have another one.
Yeah, just have another one. Who cares?
Speaking of which, I need to start that after.
Crossend?
Yeah, I need to watch that.
Ugh.
Hey man, listen, Anj is great.
No, Orange is fantastic. The thing about Crossend, it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Hope you like lesbian
Not
sex.
good.
A lot of lesbian sex.
The
And
ending
actual
was
sex
awesome.
towards the end of the show.
Blake,
The ending-
I'm a fan of Senran Kagura. Lesbian sex is normal to me.
The ending is also shit, but
I like
You
the
See,
ending.
G-Shadow, whenever I hear that from you, I usually end up liking the ending, and I just sit there like, what the fuck was he talking about?
There's one part that G-Show doesn't like. We'll talk about it in the future whenever you had seen the show. And I think it's a stupid reason to not like the ending, because I think it's perfectly fine, but that's just my opinion.
no, not.
Oh, yeah. She's just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. Anyway, that's my week.
Cool. As for my week, last week we played a whole lot of Maxi Boost on. Again, we'll talk about that later because we've got quite a bit to talk about Maxi Boost. Excuse me. I went up to see my girlfriend. That was pretty cool. I don't tell the police.
That was alright.
And yeah, I've been
Like, I
playing
won't tell
through.
them. I won't tell them. Yeah, he lives in Nova Scotia. Don't worry. Don't worry
I
about that.
have been playing through Persona 5 The Royal. I am definitely going to platinum this game, because the platinum is you can actually get on a first playthrough. The only trophy that I am remotely concerned about right now is the Reaper. I'm sure I can do it. I just need to figure out, because it's been so long since I've actually had to like fight. Because in Persona 3 there was a cheese strat. In 5 there's a cheese strat. I didn't get far enough in 4 to fight him, so It's been a long
There's no
time.
cheese
I
shred.
don't know what the Reaper does anymore. So I need to do some research.
Like, here's how it goes in 4. There is no cheese strat. Die.
Oh, that good, huh?
Yeah, I cried twice.
So I need to formulate. I mean, I've got some of the DLC personas that are broken. So we'll see about. We'll see. And I've been playing Warriors of Orochi 4. Me and Sosuke have been doing that through Parsec. It's a really good game. We just got to the end of the base game and realized
Wings of Destiny.
and realized that once you hit. For anyone looking to pick up Warriors of Orochi 4 Ultimate, if you pick up just 4 by itself, once you enter the end of the base game, that's more or less the end of the game. But if you pick up the Ultimate content, that's basically the start of the game. Once you beat the actual campaign, you can go back through on a chaotic and pandemonium difficulties, and that gets you extra unique weapons, gets you like extra stat boosts and whatnot. There are trophies and stuff you can earn through doing that, as well as they also add 2 extra chapters, and you can get some of the new extra characters added to the game, like Gaia, who was like the grandmother of Zeus. Ryu Hayabusa's in the game. Those are the only ones that I know of that have been added. I think they added 8 characters in Ultimate. And yeah, so Sosuke and I are going to be playing more of that sometime later this week, maybe even tonight. We don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, aside from that, I've also been playing. I actually played Gears of War, the first game, on my Xbox. Me and a friend have been playing it through the campaign, and we struggled on that final boss because we didn't know. So the final boss has like these like bat-like creatures called Krill, and if you're not crouching whenever he sends them out, they will insta-kill you. And we didn't know that. We spent half an hour, and then eventually I looked it up, and I didn't tell her this. I looked it up, and the guide said just crouch whenever that happens, you'll be fine. And I started doing that, and I was like, hey, Danielle, you should just crouch. Just trust me. And she's like, that's not going to work. And she's like, yo, you're a genius. I never would have figured that out. And I'm like, but anyway. So we did that. It wasn't a long game. We did it in 2 play sessions. We are playing through Gears of War 2 now, and I believe we're past the halfway point of that game, so we're going to finish that on Monday. We have plans to play through 3, 4, and 5. I'm really excited to try out 5 because 5 is like the first one that's like made for the Xbox. I'm going to confess this. I have the Xbox One X here, but I don't actually I'm not necessarily playing Xbox One games on it. Most of the games I've been playing, like Sonic Unleashed, Split Second, Viva Pinata, those have all been 360 games or 360 arcade games. So I haven't actually experienced what the console can do. I did play a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order, but not enough to actually get into it. So there's that. And now that New Type is finally done boring my SOW games, I might actually try and go back and finish my Platinum of T, because I think I just had a couple stages left to do in order to get the end. So we'll see about that. And what else? I started watching Mob Psycho 100, or I watched a little bit of it, rather. At my girlfriend's place, and I'm actually surprised at how much I like that show. It's done by Studio Madhouse, and you can definitely tell that like it's got a similar style to One Punch Man because the main character Mob
It's made by the same guy.
looks yeah exactly. It's Saitama with hair. Like I saw his face and I was like, look at this dude, look at his face. It's a very interesting show so far. I'm pretty sure it's more or less just one of these slice of life. What's what I'm looking for? It's like One Punch Man in the sense where it's not really meant to be taken super seriously. It seems kind of just more or less, yeah. But it's been pretty good so far. I also watched the first episode of Shield Hero. Red Hair Chick's a bitch. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And I think that's more or less it for my week. So we're going to dive right into the topics for this week. Starting off our topic list, we have the news, or it's a rumor right now, but it's a pretty credible rumor, that Nintendo isn't planning a Nintendo Direct for June. Given the circumstances of the world with the pandemic going on, it would be really difficult for Nintendo to get companies to send them footage for their games, to send them like voiceover clips, to get people to basically just compile enough stuff to actually have a presentation. So the likelihood of us getting one is very low, but we might still, if all things go, we might still be getting the ARMS character presentation aside from whatever the June Direct would be. The only issue is that if we don't have Nintendo Direct in June, we're not going to know exactly what the lineup for Switch games going into the latter half of the year will be, or potentially who the new Smash Fighter is going to be. So, Sosuke, I choked on saliva. How do you feel about this news?
I feel like, well, yeah, I'm a little upset that there's no direct. I feel like it's the most appropriate way to go about it. Like, yeah, no direct, but hey, people like don't have to work super extra hard, possibly to death, and they can stay home and try to like just get what they can done for work. As well as the fact that about the arms character, I mean, okay, if they get delayed, I'm still gonna play Terry, Hero, and Byleth. I'll be alright. I'm not losing sleep over it. The direct being canceled, it's fine.
I don't want to be that guy to say I'm only excited for this character to see when the next character they announce, but I'm very sleepy on
Same.
this character.
I'm with you on that. Let's be real.
As for me, I'm just like, if they don't have a direct in June, that's perfectly fine. Health comes first. Don't really give a shit about the character in Smash. I'm curious what the lineup's gonna be then, because I'm not really sure.
Do you have any? So you say you don't care about the specific character G Shadow, but are you going to pick it up?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
Are you going to? Are you going to buy? Are you going to buy the fighter pass, or are you just going to buy all the characters individually like you did first one?
Depends. It really depends. I'll probably pay for the fighter pass.
That still bugs my OCD that you said you didn't want to buy the fighter pass for season 1, and then you ended up buying all the characters separately. I'm like, maybe itchy, but
So
$5 is $5, so I don't lose people.
but
over
you
it.
didn't get the Rex Me costume equipped with all his Rex like capabilities.
I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I still wouldn't give a shit.
Plus, that outfit is trash.
I hate Rex's outfit so much. Why couldn't it have been his endgame? Well, I guess that's spoilers, but his endgame outfit's much better.
What? Spoilers! Have you seen Shulk's Final Smash?
Shh, it's fine. It's fine.
I
Shulk?
still don't get what it
Violet?
is.
Yo, imagine they put Sephiroth in the game, and his final smash stabs Aerith.
Oh wow! Like I haven't seen that in like 5.
That's still no.
times.
That isn't even a spoiler. That's just fucked
John.
up. That's just fucked up. Why, Blake?
See, Sephiroth stabbing Aerith is just,
So overdone. Give me the
Oh.
Dissidia treatment. Give me
yeah,
the big ass meteor.
yeah. Give the meteor, have
Give
Stat
me the
Keep,
original
do
Axis
something new.
Yeah, I.
Anyway, I'm not really disappointed. There's no direct in June, whatever.
Not July either or August.
They'll announce it when they
Let's
announce
say
it.
that.
There's no rush to do anything. As
Yeah.
for the next character, I, for one, am super excited because it makes everyone else super mad, and that makes me
and that
super
just
happy.
gives
So I'm
New
guessing-
Type his life.
that
You-
gives me energy. Just
I'm guessing you really enjoyed Byleth then.
oh, I loved it.
Yo, I remember I was with New Type when we reacted to that. He's like, "There's no fucking way they're doing this."
Actually, I was more disappointed in the fact that Byleth wasn't the first one for the next pack because it makes more sense that way. You know?
Well, see, New Type was also one of those people that was like, "It's gonna be Dante. There's no way it's not gonna be Dante." And then he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
The signs were there, and then they snatched it away from me.
And then Sakurai counted in binary.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is this? Anyway, next topic.
Yeah, did I talk about that? Did I talk about? I'm drawing a blank. Did I talk about the deals? Yeah, I think I did.
You say you didn't really care.
That's what I said, isn't it? Yeah. In terms of I said I'm more hyped for the next character. I'm more so interested to see the nature of his fighter pass and whether or not they're going to, and whether or not they're actually going to take like all first parties for this pass and like leave out characters like Dante and whatnot, and in favor of like Nintendo characters. The only issue is
So
that
Akito from Astral Chain.
I would love an Astral Chain rep. I wasn't a huge fan of the gameplay, not gonna lie. It kind of just boiled down to you have a chain.
Enemy stand.
Yeah, you have a chain enemy stand, you tie them up, you beat them up.
Yes.
I wasn't a huge fan of the game, but the character could be really cool. I because we still have because of all the ARMS characters being spirits in the game. This also finally is going to be like our first quote unquote character who would have been a spirit is going to be in the game if we're to believe that it's one of the ARMS characters that's in ARMS 1 and not like a future character from ARMS 2 or something. So with that in mind, I would love a Resident Evil rep, but
Alright, who would you want?
But I would want Wesker, but they'd probably pick a protagonist rather than an antagonist. I fucking love Wesker.
I'd say Jill.
Jill would make a lot of sense right now.
I say either Jill or Leon, just because. Yeah.
And Leon would make sense because Resident Evil 4 was on the GameCube first, if I remember correctly.
And if they are planning to
He's one of the
remake,
more popular characters.
if they do announce like an RE4 remake at like near like the start of next year, then that coincides with them releasing another character next year, they could maybe, but I don't know. Jill could be cool because like of course Resident Evil 3 just came out. We don't necessarily have. I'm always down for more chicks in Smash because I mean, it's always good to have just diversity and whatnot.
You're about to say something else. And
I am keeping it professional on my stream space. I would love to see what they do with her because she would have her knife, her gun. She'd have gun. And from what I remember of her in MVC2, she's also tied to Nemesis. I think she has a few tyrant attacks.
No, it's the tyrant from Resident Evil 1, not Nemesis.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, she has a couple like attacks that
Zombies.
do with like zombies and
Because Resident Evil 3 was like the newest game when MVC2 came out.
But it's not like she's like summoning them. She's more like dodging them,
Yeah,
and then you get hit.
I saw a
It's like
Maximilian
the reaction
video.
is just like, oh shit.
I saw a video where Maximilian was messing around with some of the combos, and you could like chain like dodge zombie into like explosive zombie, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, shit's wild.
So I would love her Final Smash to involve Nemesis somehow. Like you shoot a rocket at Nemesis, or she gets the giant railgun from the end of 3.
Yeah, she picks up a giant railgun and just shoots you.
Strikes the Abari pose.
I'll give it stars.
Actually, wait. If they did put her in Smash, would they use the Revelations design or like the 5 design, or would they go with the 3 design? Because I feel like the 3 design.
They go with original, and then the 3 design will be the alternative.
Yeah.
Like with Cloud, like they did the original, and then like his others are the alternative.
Advent Children.
The Advent Children design. Which the Advent Children design I think is superior to the original. G-Shadow's just bad taste.
I actually really like the Advent Children design. Same for Tifa. Same for
Really
Tifa.
good.
Like Tifa looks great all the time, but I really love Tifa's Advent Children.
That movie makes a lot of sense, especially when you play FF7 Remake.
Yo, Advent Children remaster movie when?
Nah, turn the whole thing into a game.
Oh, you watched it.
I can't find the
Right. The only big thing that I'd be concerned about would be that we don't know a whole lot about the Switch's lineup going into 2020, and given the state of the world, I mean that can be kind of assumed, but Nintendo's they're supposed to be releasing the Isle of Armor for Pokemon in June.
Hold on one second.
Actually, have they been working on that, or did they say they're going to delay it?
Game Freak hasn't said anything. With the current state of the Pokemon fan base, if they delay it, they'll be mad. If they release it, they'll be mad. So
Yeah, I think this is the one time they would be like, oh, the coast will be people mad. But I think this is one time they'd be like, all right.
because I'm gonna be honest, the Isle of Armor doesn't look too interesting. But the frozen tundra looks really awesome because you can do there are like raid like dungeons where you have 4 people running around a like a little dungeon area, and within those you can find legendary Pokemon. So that's how they're gonna reintroduce legendary Pokemon into the Galar region, and that to me sounds amazing. Isle of Armor is like you get this little Cubfu, and you basically solo run the game with it, without having access to any of your other Pokemon till the end of the game. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But I don't know if they're gonna have to delay it or not. I'm just really worried that like Switch is really gonna suffer if a lot of games have to get delayed. But I think that's more so the truth for a lot of companies. I think maybe even at this point, the PS5 and Xbox Series X might get delayed.
Listen,
They're gonna go to 2021.
let's just say some companies are doing way better at this than others.
Yep.
We're looking at you, Naughty Dog.
Oh,
Ooh!
We'll
Good
get to them.
segue
Look at
into
them.
our. Actually, no, we'll come back to the Horizon Zero Dawn talk. Well, we're going to talk about Naughty Dog now because Shisha segued that like a chief. So Naughty Dog. So apparently, a disgruntled employee has leaked. Is it the entire game or just the ending to Last of Us 2?
All the plot details
Yeah. Okay, so
in video
so
form.
more or less, the game's information is out there for the world to see. Naughty Dog is upset. Sony is upset. The employee was also upset. Allegedly, from a Reddit article, he says that, in short, employees in the gaming industry get paid based off of, like, something about they get underpaid while they make the game, and then they get, like, a big bonus after the game's release to, like, coincide with, like, the game's sale or something like that. And when Naughty Dog announced that they were going to be delaying the game indefinitely when the game was more or less done, this employee took it upon himself to put the game's information on the internet so it would force Naughty Dog's hand to release the game early. Sony has come out and said that they invested in Naughty Dog. It was not from an employee of Naughty Dog. They're actually looking into who it really was. The internet does not believe that for a second. The internet thinks that all this information is way too convenient, so to speak.
To cover Naughty Dog for like not paying their employees properly.
Yeah.
Yep. Treat your employees like shit and watch your company fall.
We literally see this happen with literally Rockstar 2 years ago when Red Dead 2 came out. It's kind of fascinating how we're doing this shit again. Like,
Actually, no matter how you spin this, it shows one of two things. That these video game companies are not paying their employees enough, so they kind of do a backlash and kind of try to screw themselves over. Or, the second theory is that Sony actually has really bad security and anybody can just get the information they want.
I mean, you're
Go
not
get it right
wrong. Sony has always had bad security. I remember
Remember the
PSN
DDoS?
hacked?
when the PS with the whole debacle with PSN back around 2009 or so.
Oh yeah, that was PS3, right? PS3, PlayStation Network got hacked.
Remember when they leaked a bunch of shit earlier, like Resident Evil 3
Yeah.
on the store?
You know, you're so right. Sony's wow.
The fourth
So-
censorship of things that didn't need to be censored.
So
Don't
yeah,
wait for i5.
it's honestly like two situations. Either it was a disgruntled employee who just released everything, or they literally just got hacked again and got
Or
their
both.
information leaked, or both.
Like the employee hacked it from home. Was like, I'll show you.
So, but even okay. So let's say for a moment that it wasn't an employee who leaked it, and it was just someone trying to get their information. Why would they write up something so detailed like that about not getting paid enough, and then like getting a 6-month bonus, but then that getting basically put off?
Clicks, man, clicks.
To have them run in circles and chase down employees that really didn't do anything.
That's a good point. Yeah, you think?
Remember the Grinch leak for Smash? How that shit was like woven so well and perfectly.
The people
it
that-
almost felt real.
The people that believe in that, by the way, are morons. Just saying.
Like, I knew it wasn't real because that shit felt too good to be true. And on the internet, you never trust something until you see it. When it comes to game leaks,
I was a simple man with simple needs. I saw Shadow. I wanted Shadow. I said, Lord, please. But they also had Gino on that, so I was like, oh this is too nice.
I don't trust Smash leaks unless like I see that shit like in full myself. Where I'm just like, yes, this is real.
I mean, I think when it comes to Smash leaks, rule of thumb is if you see a leak and something happens the next day, leak's probably real. Like with Ryu and Roy in Smash 4, like that got leaked like 2 or 3 days before their announcement, and that sucks because Ryu would have been a hype announcement for like just to come out of like the blue like that, but people kind of knew. Still,
I wasn't around for the leak. I wasn't around for that leak, so like I wasn't in the loop on things like that. So I'm just scrolling through Facebook, and I just see a video of Ryu and Smash, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was just like it was such a shock to me. It was so genuine, but I feel like getting spoiled on that would have been fucking awful.
I mean, when I saw it, I was still super hype, and same with Roy. I love Roy's trailer, but I feel like Roy's trailer would not have flown in today's Smash scene because it shows all the Fire Emblem characters, and then Roy's like, "Don't forget about me," and then he cuts in, and it's like Roy heats things up, and I'm like, "Oh, this is great." And but if that happened now,
Oh god, what would you do? If
I
there was
just-
another fire.
We're gonna get another farming character in Smash at some point. I just can't wait to see how they handle the trailer. Fucking Violet trailer was great.
Hashtag give me Daddy Geralt for Smash.
Oh,
put Violet's father in Smash.
see, when you said Daddy Girl, I thought of The Witcher, and I was like, what? And then you said,
Oh no,
that's right.
Geralt. Same shit. Both got deep voices.
And they both have hot-looking daughter figures.
That is his daughter. Well, Violet's like 21, so it's okay.
Daughter figures. The Last
So-
of Us 2.
Oh, stop. So, no. So,
Listen, from what I've seen about the plot of Last of Us 2, I was thinking, damn, father-daughter stories really don't get better than Yakuza.
Sure, I'm gonna just look it up right now. I want to know what it is.
Like, that shit
mean-
is rough in my eyes.
First off, why say indefinitely? Why can't you say we're gonna re-release this in the fall or winter? No, it has to be indefinitely.
that is true. I feel like Naughty Dog want a lot of attention when they said indefinitely, because I was like, what do you mean indefinitely? A lot of
That
companies...
tells me that the game probably wasn't finished yet, and they were about to release an unfinished product.
Well, now the new release date is like, what, like the 29th of June or like the 11th of June or something like that?
Some shit like that.
Watch them delay it again.
Bro, oh my gosh. I feel so bad for the employees if they do delay it again, because there's got to be some truth to that about game developers being underpaid and then not getting a big payout till like...
Oh no, the thing is that they get a bonuses every time they release the game. So depending on how well the game does, they get a bonus. And some of those people are actually relying on those bonus. But currently, since we're in this whole pandemic, and people really need money because no one's getting work, they really needed that bonus. So that could be another like ledge to that. Hey, an employee might have leaked it. So yeah.
I'm still...
All I gotta say is that Naughty Dog is not what it used to be.
yeah,
I
I'm
missed
still-
it when they make just Jack and Daxter. It's like, ooh, boy goes bounce. We love.
The people that made Crash Bandicoot, if they were to travel in time and see this shit, they would have fucking canceled everything.
Word.
Actually, wait, so Naughty Dog, they make Uncharted 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted,
yeah,
Last of Us, the original Crash.
Jack and Daxter.
They went from platformers to movie makers.
Like you can see the shift subtly in the last Jack game. Like if you played Lost Frontier.
Lost Frontier was not made by Naughty Dog. It was made by a different team.
Yeah,
Entirely.
Jack
Really?
3. Jack
Yeah,
3
it was
is
made
what,
by a different team.
Jack
Huh.
3 is what you would probably be looking for.
That one didn't feel like that shift. It just feels like that one felt like it still felt like old school Naughty Dog game with. It felt old school Naughty Dog without being
Yeah.
old school Naughty
All I
Dog.
gotta say is Jason Rubin and Andy Gavin must be looking at this shit right now and be like, "What the fuck are you doing to our company?" Just like,
We
what the
left
fuck are you
this
guys
to y'all,
doing?
and this is what you do.
Like how Kojima is looking at Konami, right? That's too soon.
No, it's the other way around. Kojima's like, oh, now you miss me.
Oh man. I love how like Kojima basically like no Konami basically kicked him out and Kojima's like, okay, cool, I'll go make
All right,
this
I'll
shit
make
you,
my-
you
I'm
told
gonna
me
do
I
my
couldn't
own
make. Because let's be real here, what is it? Death Stranding is Kojima completely uncensored. Literally
And
him
Kojima.
just pushing his mental state or all of his dreams like to
Listen,
the
He
brim.
can predict
He's
the
like,
future.
He was like, remember guys, I wanted to be a movie maker.
And then he did say he might actually make a movie this time. But we'll see.
Was it what I read an article or something like that? Like Kojima knows like Norman Reedus personally or something like that.
Yeah, they met in
and
person. They worked together.
That and something about Norman Reedus' penis.
Okay. Okay, Blake.
Run that by me again, Captain.
Anyway, we're getting off topic. So
Norman Reedus and the funky penis.
do we more or less think that Sony is bullshitting and some shit has gone down at Naughty Dog?
Oh, they're
Yeah,
all
Probably.
Heavy bullshit. They're trying to cover their ass hard.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna move on to our next topic. Horizon Zero Dawn. Great game. I actually haven't
loved it.
finished it yet. I believe G
Great
Shadow
game.
and New Type played it earlier last year as well as me. I really like playing through the game. I thought it was a really well done game. I can't see the comparison to Breath of the Wild, whereas they did come out at similar times. There's a lot of like comparisons here and there. But
Open world game, everybody assumes it's copying something. One game is copying the other.
well, I mean, this game's also like with like the hue of colors and whatnot. Like for example, the demon or the corrupted machines. Like the whole corrupted machines plotline. Breath of the Wild also has corrupted machines, and they from like the actual like shade of blue that they turn into red. Like they look like guardians when you're playing through Horizon Zero Dawn. So I can kind of see that comparison.
I
But
think it's just a huge coincidence, really.
I think
Yeah,
it is
like,
too. But
Because they came out the same year.
the thing is, though, Nintendo fans are super chill about that stuff. Like they're like, "Cool, Breath of the Wild, hee hee, hiya, cut
Sony
pots."
fans.
Sony fans, what is this game? You have ripped off Horizon Zero Dawn. Because Horizon Zero Dawn came out like in February of that year, and Breath of the Wild was in March. So it was like it was.
That
How dare you have a color shade similar to our Sony greatness?
That's more or less what was going on. But according to a Video Game Chronicle, which is like this insider news article, you know the bunch. So apparently they have said that Horizon Zero Dawn is looking to branch out and do a trilogy. So essentially, we've already got the first game. The second game is going to have a heavy focus on co-op, and the third game not so much. But they want the thing that jumped out to me most was a game like Horizon Zero Dawn with co-op. I'm like, how do you exactly go about doing that?
Console will not fall apart as it
Because-
seems.
Because that works so well with Dead Space 3.
That's not an open world game, G Shadow.
I mean-
Well, still.
Well, so this will likely be a PS5, not a launch title, but like a PS5 title nonetheless. So in theory, new hardware, new strength, etc. I don't think the optimization will be an issue.
I don't trust Sony consoles. Like,
Bayonetta,
when
Bayonetta
my-
on PS3 still got you.
not only that, when my PS4 locks up when I'm just trying to go watch YouTube and I have to turn the whole damn thing off, I'm just like, yeah, this OS is shit. Like, it's fucking awful.
Okay, I thought about it.
Oh,
but
and
I-
by the way, if you're playing like a heavy first-person shooter, like say Call of Duty Black Ops 3, don't open your quick menu for the PS4. It will fall apart. The damn console just starts stuttering and stalling to a point of just, it's dying. Put it out of its misery. It's
Okay, so-
fucking awful.
I think I know how they're gonna do the co-op. So normally when you think co-op, you think like you're your own player, then there's another player. I
Yep.
think it's gonna be like the main character and the other player plays as a machine, and then the machine actually assists the main character to do whatever they do.
So like in Gears of War 5.
Kind of, yeah.
Or playing as the Luma in Super Mario Galaxy.
So Skid, no, that's like your little cousin saying, "I want to play a video game with you." Hand the Wii remote, and you're just like, "There, just wave it up and down." That co-op. And,
You know,
in Mario
I never
was-
had cousins old enough to understand how to hold a controller, but I never had cousins young enough that came to family outings who were young enough to play video games with me. So I'm in that weird middle ground, man. I don't know. What was that like having cousins like that?
I don't even think it was cousins. We had these were just like random kids that mom had met this family, and of course, moms were like, "Oh yeah, no, this is so great. Here, they have kids. Make friends with them or die." That's basically how that works. I remember Christmas Day, my brother Rains was playing Mario, and this kid would not shut the fuck up. He's like, "Can I play? Can I play? Can I play?" And Rains does not put up with kids at all. And then he just whipped a Wii remote at him and just said, "There." And this kid
Jeez.
was just
Video game.
moving the Wii remote like up and down. I say kid, but no, this kid was like 10 years old. So no, he wasn't necessarily a kid, but no, these kids were so fucking annoying, bro. Oh man, but that's neither here nor there. Turn my phone. Why is my phone vibrating? Anyway, so yeah, so I'm very interested in the idea of a co-op Horizon Zero Dawn, because I mean, I see new type sitting over there looking kind of cute. So if they got Horizon Zero Dawn co-op, I know I've got someone who will be interested in playing with me. Now in terms of split screen or online, I don't think Sony does split screen.
It's gonna be online.
Yeah.
It's gonna be-
I don't think that's something that's gonna happen, but I don't know what they could do for the third game. And actually, I should probably finish Horizon Zero Dawn because apparently the ending is like really, or like the.
Actually, have you gotten to the twist yet?
I haven't gotten to the twist yet. I've heard the twist is really good, and I should probably get to the twist before I'm cruising YouTube and it said I heard you like twists.
Listening,
Yeah,
you'll be
you-
listening to fucking what? You'll be listening to Uncontrollable for the 8th time on the fucking recommended video side. You see, here's how the twist for Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the most clever twists in video game history. You're just like, how did you get here? This has nothing to do with Xenoblade Chronicles X. Go away. That's how I got spoiled for KH3. Like I'm listening to Linkin Park. So we heard you like KH3. Me, what? Get it away from me.
But New Type and G-Shaft, since you guys have beaten the game, is it sequel bait? Like, do you think a sequel is going to come?
Yeah, there's a super sequel bait at the end. Like super duper.
Sequel bait goes well with fries.
It's like, hey, we're gonna leave this super ambiguous, and yeah, there you go.
All right. We are going to move on to our next topic now. This is something we've got a lot to say about this. So, Gundam versus Maxi Boost on if anyone has not seen the the video, I think they put it back in like end of March for Maxi Boost on, where like the announcers going crazy, and like that trailer is so freaking hype because they're talking about like a bunch of new things, and when I get to the new mobile suits, he goes new mobile suits, like it's so that guy is so freaking hype. He needs to be an operator in the game. Freaking that'd be amazing. But all of us we're lucky enough to get into the private beta that they were doing last weekend, and we played for, at least I played for 14 hours on Saturday, and on Sunday I only had a chance to play for an hour because I had to go see my girlfriend. But I think they played a bit more on Saturday. So let's just start by getting everyone's opinion. Sosuke, I know you had only been playing. This is like your first console Gundam versus game. So how did it feel to you?
This felt like a dream. Like, I was not expecting this to control as well as it did. Like, I thought it would be a little bit clunky compared to Gundam vs. Gundam Next Plus on PSV, but playing it, I felt right at home. This game was, like, just the movement, just getting combos in with melee suits or chaining together range shots with, like, distance-based suits. It was so good. This best Bandai Namco arena fighter ever made. Storm what? Tenkaichi who? Gundam Versus. I need this game to come out. I'm trying to get a copy of Full Boost just to satiate the need for more Gundam Versus. It's so good. Shit's like, delicious.
See, it's weird because I had never considered Gundam versus an arena fighter until I played with you guys. You guys were like, yeah, no, it's an arena fighter. I'm like, it is, isn't it? Because when people say arena fighters, I think of games like One Piece Burning Blood, Jump Force, Tenkaichi, Ninja Storm, like, because all those games kind of play in a similar fashion, whereas Gundam Versus is so much bigger than that. Like, you've got like it's hard to, I tried to explain it to one of my friends who was asking about it, and I was like, imagine an arena fighter, but it's good.
That's how I described it to my friends who were asking me what the hell I was doing that whole weekend.
Because, I mean, like, because it really gets into a layer of complexity when you factor in the cost systems and, like, your bars of, like, health. Because, like, you can play a lower suit, sure, you may not do as much damage, but you also get more life. So, like, a low-cost team might be better against a high-cost team, whereas they only get, like, one life.
Alright, so I had nothing really interesting to say about Horizon, so we're on Gundam Versus now?
We're on Gundam versus now. G-Shadow, what are your opinions of the beta?
I fucking love the game. It's a massive improvement compared to the shit we got before. I'm really happy this game's finally coming out. And I really liked it. I found it was very fun to play. It was very addicting. It's one of those games that you just can't help but want to play it over and over and over.
And you don't want to put it down.
All right, New Type. How was I think this was also your first time playing Gundam Versus on console as well.
Yeah, on console. Oh, I have Gundam Versus, but I didn't play so much. Because compared to that, like, Gundam Versus feels a little like clunky and slow to me, and like it didn't very satisfying. It's not a bad game, just not satisfying. But when I got Maxi Boost, it felt very good, like the complete opposite.
It's like, yo, where was this at?
Like, yeah, why couldn't we just go on this before? I played a bit on my own when we got off chat, and overall for the connection, it was actually really good. I only had like one really bad match where it got like super laggy, but I'm sure that was like someone's connection. And other than that, yeah, it was actually really good.
For me personally, in terms of, I really like this game, and the one thing that helped me out a lot was I always found the controls for Gundam Versus to be kind of clunky. But once I figured out, or a friend of mine, Riku's been on the podcast before, he gave me a specific controller layout, and I mapped it to that, and all of a sudden it just felt so natural. Like, it just felt so, everything just clicked so more. Like, it got to the point where I could pick up a mobile suit. I played random for like half the day on Saturday, and I was getting suits I'd never played before, and I was doing work with them. Because the control set just feels so smooth. Like, I haven't clicked with a game this much since, like, Smash Bros. It felt so easy to pick up. And another thing I wasn't a huge fan of in the previous Gundam Versus game on PS4 was the roster. I wasn't a huge fan of the suits they had chosen for that game. Whereas this game, it feels like they really have like representation from all the major Gundam series. Like, you've got like the Double X in there, you've got G Gundams in the base game as opposed to being DLC, you've got all the UC timeline stuff, you've got like Double O, you got Exia, Double O, Quanta, Full Saber, all that stuff. So you've got such a bigger cast. There's over 180 mobile suits is what the game claims.
Yeah, like 185.
And I mean, some of them play similarly, like what is it? The guy, there's like two versions of the Gaia Gundam, but I mean that's to be expected. If they're like similar,
Luna Maria and the Infinite Justice and
there's like the actual version, and then there's the water.
A weaker version, probably by a weaker character.
Like the Destiny Gundam, and then the orange one.
Funnily enough, I played both the Strike Freedom and the Freedom quite a bit, and I actually prefer the Freedom to the Strike Freedom.
It's just the opposite myself.
Freedom was a lot stronger.
It just has like a better dodge ability.
Yeah, the movement.
Strike Freedom is just gun you down.
I really enjoyed Cassie Gundam. That was a very good unit.
I never got to play Cassie. I got to play Penelope. I never played Cassie.
I played a little bit of Cassie when I got in on random, and I really enjoyed what I saw. Well, like G Shadow season, as well as like what I liked of it myself. I love Dynamis. Like, I thought I'd play Exia more, but nah, Dynamis. Dynamis is so good in the game, especially with shooting burst, when all your shots can go off at like light speed.
It's like basically hit
so
scan.
good. Yeah, man. Like, you just I have infinite sniper shot.
The first time Sosuke did that on me, he was like, I was at I'm like, why did you burst all the way over there? And all of a sudden my health is going down and down. I'm like, wait.
I started taking your soul. I was like, oh, you didn't know? Dynamis is the greatest. And Wing Zero is another really good one with shooting burst. Like, I love, like, in terms of design, Wing Zero is one of my favorite Gundams design wise, but playing it in that game, I'm just like, yeah, this is what I expected.
I kind of preferred a TV version. I just prefer to have a beam shot as opposed to just a Garobi style beam that's not very accurate.
It's accurate, but like you have to be careful with your shot. You can't just I'm gonna pop shots and see if it hits. You gotta lead them into it.
See, what's really great about the Double X and the X is that they have supports or attacks that can like something will cling on to someone, and then you're just like satellite cannon, and they're like wait. When I played the Gundam X the first time, when I figured out how to do the G bits, I was like, oh, this isn't fair. This isn't fair.
When I got to play Strike Freedom, I was just like, because all I know about Seed is that a lot of people either love it or hate it. I know a lot of people hate Seed Destiny, and so I'm just like, no, I'm going to try the Strike Freedom because I do like Kira's design, and I think the Strike Freedom is a beautiful suit. And oh god, was that I like something about it, I was like, this is for me. This mine. And then I got to play Gundam Epion, and G Shadow hates me. You like them combo?
I will say this. He was a lot more unfair in Gundam vs. PS4 because of the whole virtual on style the downward dash.
Actually, funny enough, in Versus, he has an infinite combo. When you spam two buttons back and forth.
You got an infinite super mode as well.
I learned how to do the infinite combo by complete accident. I killed one of Riku's friends, Zerd, like from full HP with it. And I was just like, oh, okay, this I like.
Another I really enjoyed was actually God Gundam, because he was a lot better here than in Gundam vs. PS4, simply because he has the God Shadow.
Does he also does he have Fun Psyche in this game or only Master Asia?
Yes.
He does.
He does.
He doesn't have
He
it in
can
the
ride it.
PS4 version.
Shut down the horse. Put aside.
Poor Fun Psyche. He didn't know what hands he was truly getting.
See, I didn't know that Fun Psyche was part of their moveset, and I was fighting, I think it was Riku's Master Asia, and he pulls up Fun Psyche, and I'm like, wait! What are you doing? That's a horse!
No, I was on your team when that happened, so I was just like, what? I turned to the side, I see Riku and Fun Psyche me. Huh. Well, would you look at that?
Just heard Master Asia's voice in my head. Come, Fun Psyche!
Like,
Time
that
for
shit was
Super
scary.
Master Asia.
Did they have the X3?
I think so. No, I think they had
Crossbone
the
Gundam
X
X3?
Divider.
They had so many Crossbone Gundams.
Yeah, they had all
They
three.
have all of them, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because Riku played like all of them, and I just lost track of how many there were after
There's
a while.
X1, X2, X3, and X1.
They had
Full
Sabine? I don't remember seeing anyone
X1
playing
full cloth.
X2.
And,
Yeah, they had
they had Phantom Gundam as well, which was just
That I do remember
another-
seeing. And
Oh,
Phantom
I
Gundam was
love
weird.
Phantom Gundam.
It's a weird design,
I
but
don't
it's
get to
oddly
play it.
weird, but I like it.
I love Phantom Gundam. It's so good.
One of
A
my
lot of those-
favorite suits to play after I got it down was Lupus. Because
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's
God.
got it's got that sword that it throws, and if you actually heave someone with that, they can't, but they're like stunned for like 4 seconds ish. And in that time, if you do his downward combo with he's got the mouse, he's like, it's so satisfying.
Oh yeah, and then there's Gundam Legolas, which is like its boost dash attack is basically it'll run it'll charge at you, grab you, and slam you on the ground. And once he slams you into the ground, he just starts bashing your face and just like, God, stop your shit now! And its boost attack, which is just and its burst attack, which is just straight up behold the light of heaven. Legolas.
I remember
is
the
my
first
favorite.
time I did Wing Zero's burst attack. I was like, what's it doing? Oh, that's what it's doing.
When I catch everybody with that, y'all all look at me like, did you really just do that? I think I sacrificed Blake to win the round. It was either Blake or G-Shadow I sacrificed to win the round to beat Bao and Trip, and it was worth it.
I know
Twin
the double X. I managed to pull out the triple satellite cannon.
Well,
Just
what?
right after the other.
On the other side of the map.
I also had a kick out of Atlas Gundam and GPO1, mainly because I played as in the previous game. And they played
feels
exactly
weird
the
at
same,
first, though.
so
I
very good.
So what was up with everyone? Well, I should include myself in this, but the first time I fought one of Riku's friends who was playing the Alex, and everything I did bounced off him. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You're a 1500 cost suit.
And we just started learning, if you shoot it twice.
Yeah, it's just the armor it has on first, and then after that, you
I'm like, oh, what's that? You've lost your arm, but you're now a very frail woman. Let me come over here.
See, I feel like, I forget who it was that was defending the Alex, saying it's one of the better 1500 cost suits, and I was just like,
I mean, have you seen the logo?
I mean,
oh yeah. Yeah, like I saw the logo, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
being able to like negate everything with the armor is pretty strong. We're not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, it's useful. Really good utility.
It honestly feels like the game feels balanced. It doesn't feel like certain suits are like ridiculously overpowered more than others. Because I mean, like you can like Trip showed us, you can rock a Bound Dock and you can fuck up anyone. You can
And then I shot him
Is that
in
a
the face.
Hainu? Is that a Hainu over there? It would be a shame if you got Bound Docked.
But down
And
for
then I
down.
shot him in the face with the wing. Cause these zeros don't play.
I also enjoyed playing a Shining Gundam. Shining Gundam was very fun to try out.
Hi, Key. Though I think one of the few suits I didn't like playing was probably Unicorn Full Armor. I feel like the charge, to me, I feel like the charge attack should have been swapped around. Like the regular attack should have been the Gatling, and then the charge attack should have been the Magnum.
Now that's weird because Unicorn Full Armor is considered one of the most OP units in the game.
I can see that, but I'm just like, eh. Another one is Reborn's Gundam. I'm just like, I see why this is broken, but
Reborn's Gundam.
Gundam. Bombs canon. And I'm just like, this is alright, not for me.
See,
I'm
when I
go
first
back to
played
playing
it,
Dynamis.
I was like, it feels alright. And then when I figured out what it did, I was like, oh.
Oh,
The fact you
yeah.
switch back and forth is kind of ridiculous.
And then there was the friggin' Cheridim and Zabanya. Playing as them. Why does the Zabanya play the way it does? I don't like it.
Hey, one mech I was surprised I was actually really good with was the Bale.
Oh god.
The
Yeah.
triple
Oh,
shuriken.
Bile's so good, bro. That frickin'
I feel like-
that frickin' triple
You
up.
got friggin' McGillis wasting the potential of his suit.
The first time
Showing.
Riku did that to me, I was like, "This ain't Smash 4, not again, please, no! Do not take me off the top of the stage."
Seriously, like this man Riku was showing us how broken they truly are.
Oh, so you want to talk
Like, are
about?
you
Okay, so
serious?
one like brand of suit that I did find was incredibly interesting was the Exa Gundams, I guess, the versus original ones.
Oh, those.
Mm-hmm.
They but the first time I played, I was like, "This suit's alright," and I'm like, "Oh wait, you can do all the cool things." Oh wait a second.
It basically gets like the best things from like various suits.
It reminds
yeah.
me a lot of like Joker's playstyle because you start off as just like a regular suit, and then once you power up, it's like power up, showtime, and then you can like do all these ridiculous things.
Like it's so good.
Oh, fucking! I did not expect to like the GNX as much as I did, but its playstyle, it's so easy to like get up in someone's face. And if you're low and you do your burst ultimate, his ultimate attack is he grabs you and he self-destructs, and he takes half your health.
What?
So I use that to win a couple of matches, and it's fantastic.
I never got caught by that with a killing blow. I got caught by it once. I'm like, oh, you lost health. Let me
If your suit is below half and he grabs you, unless you burst out of it, then your suit blows up, and he's left at 1 HP every time. So it's a very akin to I think Android 16 in fighters.
16.
Yeah, it leaves him alive with a sliver of health, but he can more or less self-destruct and take half your health instantly.
incredible.
I think I have a clip of me doing it to new type saved on my Twitch.
But Blake, I thought you loved new type. I thought he
Bro,
was your
okay,
boy.
no, something I gotta call out. Every time
that was
I
me.
was close to beating this man, my teammate died. And I was literally, new type, you can vouch for this. My sword was literally in front of your face. You had like 10 health left, 15 health left, and then whoever I was with just went and died.
Yeah, it's true.
That happened 2 or 3 times that day. Oh, I
Listen,
was
they just
so
call me
mad.
Tiger the Immortal because you can't kill me.
Oh my gosh. Noble Gundam as well. Noble Gundam's got combo potential.
I'm not expecting Noble Gundam to be that good.
I know,
Especially
right?
like there's a couple of dozen times I had to fight it.
Especially she can also, when she does her like berserk wave, I guess or whatnot, she can like paralyze you, so you can run up on her and like do some damage. So what else did I play? I also played Susano. I don't know why he can do this, but he can like stab himself. I don't know if that gives him an attack buff or something, but he could stab himself. So
You can stab him, and like whoever's behind him will get hit by it.
Actually, funny enough, with the Brave Commander, there's a combo in which he can like get up on you, and then at the end he like stabs himself, which stabs you too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was actually a really cool move. It doesn't. I don't think it does damage to yourself, but I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
come with me.
I tried.
Gundam.
So yeah, I tried like pretty much tried to get in as many mobile suits as I could before the beta shut down. I only found a few I didn't really like. Farsia was kind of not really good to play.
Mark II Black Titan Colors was not really that good. It's really
That
basic.
The Thrones Y was pretty eh.
Perfect
Killed all.
Gundam is perfect garbage.
Hildolfer was like the design though.
I can't play like the At Guy's a funny
Verne is also
character,
pretty eh.
but I genuinely tried to play the At Guy and I just couldn't. Like it had like these little balls, but it felt like it wasn't doing any damage to anyone.
Nah, that's a joke character.
You tried to hit me with it, and I shot you in the face as a result.
Listen, bro, I had little Vulcans. What do you want me to do?
Not that.
Thrones Dre, I think, wasn't really
Yeah.
good either.
Yeah,
Like,
Nano
Nano was, like-
wasn't. It's
I
weird
was like,
how
Nano, why are you here?
It's weird because in the previous Gundam Versus game, they made all of her brothers separate units, but now they're reduced back to combo and support characters. So I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, because keep in mind, Gundam vs. PS4 came out after the arcade version of this game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else did everybody gush about?
Ooh, I did like playing Zeta because it had like this meteor attack where it would just bring a meteor out of nowhere and like hit someone with it. And I'm like, I don't know why it does that, but it does it, and I love it.
I think it's a.
Let's talk about Bao and dropping Axis.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
because that's
High
back.
key, Sazabi's burst attack is probably like my favorite in the game.
It is.
No
It's
matter
amazing.
where you are on the stage, bro, that shit's hitting you, bro. It was me and Bao and two other people, and I'm getting backed up, and I'm getting like annihilated. I'm like, Bao, help me. He's like, oh, I'm gonna help you, all right.
Then you also have the
Man
GPO.
drops Axis.
I think the one time I played Sazabi, I sacrificed someone just to use Axis.
And then you had the GPO2's nuke.
GPO2's nuke. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, and
that
the
wasn't even an
Gian.
ultimate attack either. Like the ultimate attack was a combo into the nuke. But like I think it was like if you just push like circle, his unique melee was the bazooka, and you could just drop it.
And then there's the Gian with its nuke, and I'm just like, why does the Gian have a nuke?
Again, it's a nuke.
Yeah, Trip tried
Yeah.
to use it in the end of a match and failed.
I'm trying to
miserably.
remember where in the show he did that.
It was at the end of Operation Odessa, I think it's called. And then they were about to launch a nuke towards one of the bases, but it failed.
So the Gian just kind of has
Just
it.
pockets it.
Yeah, he pocketed
Save
it.
that for a rainy day.
I think
Nah,
Amuro or
no,
I think either
Gundam-
Amuro or Kai stops it. I forget which one it was.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a reference in the TV show.
Huh.
I also really liked the Gaia Gundams. They were pretty fun to play.
Which one was better?
I preferred playing Stella's because I like Stella's character overall, and well, Stella can also transform. The Woltfield one, I think, it doesn't transform.
Which is weird.
Really?
It stays dog
I
form.
just wanted-
As far as at
Really?
least unless it starts you off in dog form, you can transform it later. But Stella started off in regular mode. You could transform between the two. I can't remember entirely if Woltfields could transform or not. As well as Stella also had Sting and Owl, so she had support. I think they're the same
wasn't
cost
like-
as well.
And that was like the same guy at Gundam, right? And Andrew just painted it orange.
Yeah, it's the same one. They
Yep.
literally like. What if it was orange?
Now, what if it was orange? Yeah.
Because the guy gun never got destroyed. It's just repurposed.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
I don't want to get off topic,
It
but
seems.
Trip just bought me Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3. Trip, I know you're in the chat. What is this, bro?
Streets of Rage is good, man. If you need somebody to play
1,
it with,
2, and
I'm
3,
right
bro?
here.
First of all, thank you, Trip, in the chat. Special shout out to the Tripmon in the chat, if he's still in the chat. He was in the chat a minute ago. That's wild. We've been talking about Gunniverse for a while now, so let's go into what we think or what we want as DLC in the game, because we are already getting a little bit of DLC with Lupus Rex. Now, I would love to get more build fighters representation, but build fighters, so like build burning and stuff. I don't want build. I don't want Double Sky. Just no, not yet.
But Blake, what about the stupid Big Zam piloted by Aharo?
Okay, listen.
Sorry, I'm still mad at that.
We might get narrative suits, possibly. Like the
Ooh, do we
Fennec-
get the
Fennec-
pose?
Oh, can we get the silver bullet?
Which one's the silver bullet?
It's the one. It's the one that came in at the end with Ben Andrew was piloting.
Oh yeah.
The one that every time he uses the beam magnum, its arms get blown off.
Yo.
I
So they just
personally
built-
think
So they just built spare arms for it.
Yeah, that's literally so good.
if we're gonna have narrative representation, it's probably gonna be the Gundam, the NT Gundam itself, or
yeah,
the
the
Fennec.
NT,
I'd
Or
love
both.
to see the
Fennec,
Fennec.
and silver bullet. Oh, and maybe the Stein.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The Sinanju Stein.
Yeah,
The black
Yeah, that-
Sinanju.
that's
The
that's more from.
Sinanju with the N-word pass.
No, please. So yeah, that's more from narrative they can add.
Also, Sosuke, Trip says check your Steam.
I probably got it too.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
100% sure. Thank you. Thank you, Trip.
What a gentleman. Yo, subscribe to the
Indeed.
Tripmon, bro. He's at like 11k subs right now. Let's get him to 2k before the year's over. 20k. That's what I said. Close enough. I don't know. I feel like they might stick to like what's going into the arcades now. I think is how that Riku said the patterns work. So like I think like the arcades right now are getting like Wing Gundam Fenice, Crossbone Mao, please. I love
Yo,
that
Oh
suit.
yes,
please.
please.
I want that I want the Denial Gundam from freaking the end of Build Fighters Tribe. That shit was so cool.
Sosuke has been talking about Denial Gundam since he picked up Versus, bro. This is all he's been
Because like
talking about.
Denial was straight up Akuma the Gundam, and it's just like, come on, like give me that.
I
of
want
all
Trigon
things.
3, but I don't know if you can put a super robot. Oh, I know we have G Gundam
You mean-
suits.
Yeah, G Gundam units.
But like
How about-
Trion 3 is like an actual super like he's a
I can
big-
see that being like an arcade boss.
Probably.
Oh man, oh yeah.
Tsudayon!
Try it. And then he just does the super.
Oh G-Shack, check your Steam. It says Trip.
Oh boy. I would personally like the Gundam Creep from G Unit.
Oh yeah, the Greep. Yeah, I fell in love with that thing in Crossroads.
No, you know what we really need? The Estrella and that boy Fawn Spark.
Yes, Fawn Spark.
Like, come on.
I love Fawn. I fell so much in love with him. I fell head over heels in love with him, bro. I
He
love
was-
Double OF.
Fawn was
Double OF
so
is really
cool.
cool.
What other units? What are units? How about like maybe the Gundam Mark V from Gundam Sentinel, since we had XS in the game.
Gundam.
What about Moon Gundam? Because like that thing looks, from what I've seen in Moon Gundam, that design is just, the design of Moon Gundam is pretty sick.
It's a Moon Gundam. Wasn't that supposed to be a show?
I
No, that's a
think so.
manga, I think.
Is it a manga? Okay.
Yo, the Gundam Mark V looks dope.
Maybe. Well, what about the Phoenix Gundam from the G Generation games?
See,
yeah,
I've been saying, why haven't they put
Phoenix
those
or Tornado?
suits, like in more crossover things?
Like you got the representation of the other Gundam games.
Yo, put Night
Yeah,
Gundam. No, Night Gundam though.
I mean,
Nah, where the Musha Gundam is at?
now granted, one of the biggest
Musha
problems I had
Gundams,
with
I think Musha Gundams are in the PS3 game.
They are?
Yeah, Musha Gundams have been in them before. I believe they're also in Overworld for SD Gundam. I think the Musha Gundams are in those. The Musha Gundams have actually appeared in
yeah,
many things.
they're in the Dynasty Warriors games. They were in some of the G Generation games, and they started out in SD.
I did not know that. You learn something new every day.
I'd also love to have like
Now, I wouldn't want to be too crazy with the video game representation because that's when you end up with Gundam versus PS4, where they had freaking units from the Universal Century, like the Zaku 1 from Zeonic Front.
Well,
the
We're asking
Slave
for
Wraith.
actual. We're asking for actual mobile suits, not trash fodder.
Well, I like the Zaku 1. I just don't want. I just don't care for it in a Gundam versus game.
Like that's what I mean. Like we want something that people will play as, not hey, it looks nice, right? And then it gets two-shotted 4 seconds later into the match. Before you know it, half the meter is gone, and you're like, bro, what happened? I saw you respawn 8 times.
See, I would
Crazy.
love. I don't know how possible it is to get like the SD Gundams in here, like the Ryu Futagis, like the Sao Sao, Providence, like stuff like that. Like I don't know if you can actually, because these games aren't super deformed, and I mean, it'd be interesting.
That'd be weird to
if-
look at them. It'd be
Because,
like
I mean-
Yoda in Street Fighter and Soul Calibur 4.
If you actually, there's actually images of people have made like the Phoenix Gundam or the Phoenix Gundam and stuff from Overworld or from SD Gundam in like Gundam Breaker and stuff, and they look very weird when they're not super deformed.
Why though?
So I don't know. There's also actually I should probably pull up that tweet. Let me see if I can.
I do hope we get another beta this time. It's open, like it was for Gundam
I
versus.
think they will.
before.
They'll probably do 2 betas because the game's coming
Yeah.
out at the end of July. That gives us like 2 more months. I can see another beta happening like start of June, middle of June.
Yeah, and before people say, "Well, it might get delayed," I don't think so because it's Bamco we're talking about. Bamco is known for being greedy. They won't.
Not only
care.
that, I feel like there haven't been a lot of like Japanese developed games that have been getting delayed.
I
compared
mean,
to Western
they're
ones.
starting to delay the anime over there because I think Japan's starting to get hit by this thing.
You know, like,
Um,
I feel like with the anime, it's you can't really work on that from home as easy as you could like game development.
That's
'Cause-
true.
Because the game development is something that can be done from home. Granted, you'd have to have the necessary means, and no, in Japan, there are probably a lot of people there who can do it from home. So I can see them being able to work on games from home.
I
Like
wouldn't be
Sakurai is freaking working on Smash DLC from home, so
I wouldn't be
There's that.
surprised if they move it to just this game to being digital only. Because let's be real, it's essentially an online game. The
but
campaign.
there is
wrapped
single
on.
player content.
There's single player,
also
but
content. Like you can fight the Devil Gundam apparently. Why?
you can.
Why
Well, see,
though?
Just to comment on a physical release of the game, I think that whereas they're bringing this game over to the West, thank God they are. I feel like a lot of casual fans or people who maybe like, because I work in retail, so people who don't like know this game exists probably
Will not play it.
yeah, they would not know. But if you have it on like store shelves, you're like, ooh, and the box art for this game looks sexy.
It does.
Man.
So I personally would love to have maybe even like a steel. I'd buy a steelbook for this game, but that's just
same.
me.
I would. Oh, I love this game a lot.
Same.
And I know
Oh, good.
I come off as a hypocrite because I bash on Jump Force a lot, but the difference between
This
this
is
and Jump
different
Force
from Jump Force.
is that Jump Force was a unbalanced, broken piece of shit from the get go. This game actually has some balance, with the exception of those bullshit.
But G-Shadow,
Armor
Jump
Super.
Force is getting a second season pass. That means the game can be saved. Don't you believe in the power of Jump Force?
I believe you
Just
can
because
go jump
just-
in a ditch somewhere, but
just because it worked for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 doesn't mean it's gonna work on your shitty broken game.
Well, let's put it this way. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 got 2 DLC characters and costumes. Jump Force is getting, what, 6?
Well, on top of re-releasing the game like barely a few months later.
I don't think on the topic of Jump Force. I think we talked about that enough last week.
Yeah, we did.
pretty good play. Jump for.
I'm just
I need
saying.
a cool bottle of water now after talking about that game.
I'm just saying that I think this game's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. I loved it.
It's gonna be good.
So yeah, I guess we gushed enough about it. So
I think
Yeah.
I think we've
What's the next topic?
said enough. So the next topic, I don't know how much I'll have to talk about the next few topics actually. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla has been shown off. The trailer looks really cool. Male and female protagonists have been confirmed as per usual. People have been bitching about the female protagonists because it's 2020. And yeah, so we're going
Women
into
in my
like
video game.
Norse mythology. Now, before we all just say, "What the fuck, Ubisoft?" I will say this game looks like a good game. It does not look like a good Assassin's Creed game. But the last
Let's be real.
3 games have been Assassin's Creed games.
let's be real. Assassin's Creed is kind of on. I think it's pretty much on the verge of being the same as Call of Duty.
Well, you
they
say that,
release these
but-
things every single year. Well, with the
Look,
exception of
look,
last year, I suppose.
I say I know. They took a break last year. Odyssey has been out since 2018.
Yeah. So, like you had 3, you had 4, you had Rogue, I think. You had. God, it's. That's how many games there are. I don't even remember all of them.
Assassin's Creed
Rogue,
1, 2, 3, 4,
Middle East,
Rogue.
Yeah, Italy, the Caribbeans,
I know one of them was
One
like
based on
very.
America.
I know one of
Europe.
them was like had really awful frame rate.
That
A
was
lot
one.
of them do.
Egypt. Oh, that's Unity. Unity is
Oh,
terrible.
Did we bits in Japan about like actual fucking ninjas?
No, that's too smart, Sosuke.
Damn, you're right. That's probably going to be DLC for the game based in freaking South America. You know they'll do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed. I mean, you've played one, you've played them all.
Sadly, that's true. I remember when they were unique and interesting.
Assassin's Creed 2 was a good game. I'll always stand by that, but not so much with the rest of the series.
They kept sequel baiting it, I feel like.
Now, I've heard from people whose opinion I trust very highly that Odyssey and Origins are phenomenal games, but like they're not necessarily like if you play Assassin's Creed 2 and you go right to Odyssey or Origins, you might be like, "Hey, this is kind of weird." But they are really good games, and in terms of like historical accuracy, there's also like they're very how to put this? They're very accurate to how the environments were around that time.
For Unity, they actually went inside the chapel and actually got like an accurate like remodel of it. And when the Notre Dame actually got burned down, they actually used the one and they used from the Assassin's Creed game as a 1-to-1 reference to rebuild it.
Whoa!
Since it was so accurate, yeah.
See, if say what you will about Assassin's Creed, they Ubisoft prides itself on being historically accurate to most of their monuments.
It's really good.
So I mean, that in that sense, it's gonna be pretty cool. But I don't know if I'm necessarily. I don't think any of us here have an interest in it. I mean, I might pick it up.
Eh.
I'm not super into Vikings. It can work sometimes, but I feel like it's kind of
Vikings ain't my thing.
I gave up on Assassin's Creed long ago, so I'm just like, whatever.
I don't know, there hasn't been really one that's like super interested me as of late, so yeah.
I think Unity was where it all went downhill for me.
Like I'm sure this will be a good game. I hope people get their fair share, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just not super interested in it.
I think Ubisoft is usually good with that. I hope.
Yeah.
They are based up in Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Wait, oh, that's right. Aren't they based in Montreal? Fucking Quebec.
No, they're French. So
Yeah, so Quebec,
not Quebec.
Montreal.
Who knows? Whatever.
Hold up. Yo, I see my boy Tark's gone in the chat. Yo, Tarks, what's up, my fellow Canadian brother? Yo,
Hello,
I'm gonna look
Tarks.
this up. Ubisoft.
Oh, Blake looks that up. So who's like, who's ready to hear about the abundance of glitches that are coming with this game? I'm talking like teeth disappearing mid cutscene, textures deloading while you're walking, cause you to fall through the world. Or my personal favorite, when body parts just start freaking the fuck out like it's Skyrim and you're falling down a mountain.
I think that was.
I miss my horse.
I didn't. So okay, you just accurately described WWE2K20.
Oh god, that's right, I did.
I think that was only Assassin's Creed Unity. I think after that one they got better.
I do remember seeing some bad glitches of like Assassin's Creed 3, but I think that was only once, and it was like my uncle had once used like that spirit vision in 3, where like you could see through the hawk's eyes.
Yeah, illusion.
And when he used it like he came back to the I forget who you're playing as in 3.
Connor.
When he came back to Connor, like to see him in full third person, he fell through the world, like he fell out the tree and through the world. And I was just like, wait!
Oh no.
He looked at me and said, so you want to play Halo 3? I was like, yeah, sure. I was so lost because I didn't know what the hell happened. We both looked at each other and my mom was like, I thought you were showing him Assassin's Creed. He was like, I was, and then I stopped.
He showed them way more than he thought.
It was like just watching Connor clip through the world and getting desynchronized. And just like, is something wrong with the Animus? Did y'all not update the OS?
Tark says those aren't glitches, they're features.
Their feature. He's right.
When you don't update then, when the Animus is running off of Windows 10. Damn it, not again!
Hot new type. Okay, located in the heart of Montreal. Ubisoft Canada strives to lead. Okay, yeah. So they're in Quebec, aka they're a failure. Okay.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
So,
Damn
I
son.
mean, I liked Rayman.
Damn, son. Where
Rayman's
have you
alright.
find it?
Rayman's part of my childhood.
I'm not gonna get into Quebec right now. This is a holy place. So
Quebec is trash!
now
to say
on
it.
to our next topic. I think we're all pretty pass on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm surprised they like announced it now, and I wonder if they'll probably release like a Xbox Series X enhanced or PS5 backwards compatible edition of this game at some point. If because the new consoles are dropping in the year and this game's coming out Q4 of this year, coming out real close, probably have some sort of connectivity there. Anyway, though, so Tales of Arise announced June of last year. We have heard nothing since then. We have not gotten a single trailer. Bandai has been quiet. It's weird. It's like whenever Bandai announces like a game that looks really good, you hear nothing about it. It's crazy. So they said it's coming out this year, right? Hold up.
I think so.
Sure, yeah. Maybe winter.
Because I remember Vesperia had the Definitive Edition had a release date for like winter of that year, and they ended up pushing it into like February of the early next year. So I don't know if they'll have to delay Tales of Arise, but no, it says Tales of Arise is supposed to be coming out sometime this year. Bandai hasn't necessarily delayed any of their games thus far, as far as we can tell anyway. So if things are still on track with them, then this game should be out sometime this year. But I personally feel like the lack of information is bad. No news is bad news, kind of thing.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, considering I'm not really surprised there's not a whole lot coming out considering what's going on right now.
Right.
So it's
And
probably
to be-
going to end up getting delayed, if anything.
Probably
If it
like-
does, maybe they can refine combat, work on gameplay.
Yeah.
Iron
Yeah,
out
'cause-
bugs. You know, do things that most game developers should do, Naughty Dog.
Ooh.
I pull no punches.
I mean, I think a soft delay, like maybe just like a couple months. Like I don't think it's gonna be like I don't think they're gonna delay it until like winter of next year, because I don't know. I mean, in terms of like games like Xenoblade, where we heard nothing, and then retailers were like, no, it's coming. It's coming it's coming in like a month, so be ready for that. And we're like, what?
What?
Nintendo didn't say anything until their direct in, what was it, April? No, March? Was it March this year?
I think it was last month.
All I know is that we hit April and people were like, Nintendo Direct? And I'm like, y'all are fucking...
I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna do the same thing.
And then it
it's
happened.
They're like, "Hey, it's coming out next month." They're like, "Wait, what?"
Me in the middle of my fourth playthrough of Vesperia. Huh?
What? What happened?
I have an interest in the game because it looks really cool, but I'm not sure how I feel necessarily about it.
I haven't played a single Tales of game, mostly because, I don't know. And so, hopefully it's good.
Are you planning to pick up Arise?
If it interests me enough, then yeah, maybe.
Like an anime
Like-
tease?
I like anime
Like,
titties, that's fine.
as like a Tales of fan, I can honestly say like this game looks really good. I just hope like the combat isn't. Oh, you can press all your arts are mapped to one button or some shit, or like you get a bunch of skills that chip. Only these specific ones are useful. This is like I've played through the entirety of Vesperia, Exilia, and Graces F like again recently, and I was just like, damn, these games were pinnacle combat. What happened?
No, I really hope that Tales of Arise supports the Armored Core controller with 80 buttons on it, so that you can map all your arts to one different button.
Stop! Man, just hold L1 and push a direction if you want more arts. Or hold L1 and move the right stick. Totally normal, I swear.
Fuck it, we're busting out the keyboard.
You know, I could see... Speaking of Tales of, when the hell are we gonna get a Tales collection of, like, the PS3 games, minus Vesperia on, like, PC? Because, like, I've been hankering for those games to get, like, a re-release, specifically Exilia 1 and 2 and Graces F. Just, like, hold me over until Arise comes out.
Do they usually do collections?
Yeah, they did for, like, Symphonia 1 and 2.
Well,
And on PS3, there's a straight-up collection of, like, Tales of... It's like you buy this bundle where it comes with Tales of Exilia 1, 2, and Graces F. Or, you know, they can do the smart thing and release the Tales of Musou game that was exclusive to Japan on PSP. I know you're watching, Bad Die. Fucking do it. Pussy.
Pussy.
please not insult gaming companies. Bandai, if you're watching this, please sponsor me.
No,
yeah.
sponsor New Type instead. He posts dank
Sponsor New
memes.
Type's Tumblr, please.
Exactly, he posts the dankest of memes.
The dankest memes of all. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. So, what's the next one?
Yosh.
Alrighty. Now moving on. So today, this morning, got the unfortunate news that the Alatreon has been delayed from Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's World's title update for May has been pushed back to when we don't know. I'd imagine just June.
And when the world needed him most, he vanished.
The fuck off Black Avatar Dragon has been pushed back. So yeah, that kind of sucks because but it makes sense. A lot of things. I just didn't think that like something like a DLC update would be pushed back, but these are pretty big updates for Monster Hunter.
It should be ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of details that actually go into like just a single monster on its own.
There's
Or
like,
they
all
go,
the,
like, yo, bro, you see this one part of the tail? Yeah, shit took 18 days to texture. It's crazy.
It's actually a good thing that they're deleting it and not like trying to force their workers, unlike Naughty Dog.
Dang, we
Why is this the Naughty Dog roast stream?
We're
But yeah, at least they're treating their employees right.
I'm just like, eh.
It's fine. It'll get released when it gets released. It's a free update, so we
I'm
shouldn't
not
really
losing
push
any.
it.
I'm not losing any sleep over fighting a bullshit boss anyway.
Honestly, the Electron isn't as bullshit as people think. I honestly think it's one of the easier endgame, quote unquote, endgame Elder Dragons out of like the 10 I fought, which sounds like it's nothing, but it actually is a lot more than people think. Like the Electron easily is one of the more lighter weight ones, but I'm still a little upset we're missing out on it. Plus, according to like data miners on like the Monster Hunter community on YouTube, apparently we're also supposed to be getting the frozen Barioth, which is Barioth but with poison trickled in there. And I really wanted to fight that because I looked up the armor for it from Monster Hunter Explorer and I was like, yo, this shit looks sexy. I want this. Like, I need more of this, please. Gimme.
Blake just shudders in fears. Poison.
Poison and ice.
what is it? Well, see, I really shouldn't complain because Dan who's played like Generations Ultimate. When you fight the Gigginox, he never really complained about a poison monster again.
Or Gigginox be like, he'll be fine. You poisoned while still in the hub. How?
I remember the first time I
This
fought that
doesn't
thing.
make sense.
It's cutscene. Like you walk into the cave and you're like, where is it? And then like some classic Legend of Zelda fashion, you look up and it's just chilling there, just sucked to the top of the stage, and it just looks at you and just goes, and then you just die. It's terrible.
Why does it burp at you?
Bro, this Gigginox has not brushed its teeth in years. It doesn't have
You
any teeth
think
no more.
it looks at you be like, yo, bro, what's that thing you do in the bathroom in the morning? You mean wash your hands? No, the other thing. You mean brush your teeth? The fuck is that? Oh god, that's awful.
But as soon as the Latron does jump out, I'm sure we'll be there A1 day one slaying like crazy.
And you can join us at Westtown HD stream as I, Arisu Sosuke, and new type SF stands for Super Funky will be fighting it and watching Blake lose his mind. Lose his mind at how many times you have to redo this fight before giving up and going to fight the Ancient Leshen.
Sosuke,
We all know it's gonna happen.
I swear, Sosuke, if you bring up the Ancient Leshen, oh,
That was not as bad as I thought it was. That shit did not. I honestly felt like that was gonna be worse.
I'm so mad.
I keep want to fight that right now.
Please.
I'm so I saw the three of you. No, I think it was G-Shadow and New Type. I'm running up. I see you guys. I'm like, oh hey, cool. And then next thing I know, it basically made a tree, and then you guys were gone. It was over.
Yeah, he did his super attack. I'm like, oh, I'm stuck.
How is
I
this?
hope I hope I could live this.
How
Me at
is
full
it-
health dies.
How is this thing? It's a high rank monster too. It's not
Or
master rank.
Master Rank.
It's not a master rank monster. What the freak? How does it do this much damage? We're at the end of an expansion and it's still kicking our ass.
We're not at the end of the expansion yet, Blake. We still haven't fought the Fatalis. You know they'll add it.
I want my Astalos and I will not stop complaining until I get it.
I mean, we already have the Glavenus, which was one of the Fated Four, so...
I'm so mad.
Astalos and Mizuki ain't
Sosuke, no. It's the Fated 1, okay?
Thanks for Streets of Rage 3, by the way. Trip, if you're still here, because I
Sloshy!
all that.
Like, obvious, don't
If I do not go play Monster Hunter with my girlfriend, Blake, do you want to play some more Zavarochi after this? Just saying, you know? Stab.
I gotta shower
wins the
first,
desk.
but I'll let you know.
Subarashi.
Alright, so I think we're gonna move into our last topic for the night. EVO
That was the last
2020 to
one?
feature dial-up. So EVO 2020, we talked in the
Bro,
last
it's-
the last stream about if we thought
It's
it was gonna
LTG's
go,
worst nightmare.
digital. And yeah, sure enough, they're like, hey, break out your LAN adapters and your credit cards because EVO's gonna be digital this year. Enter here. So just prepare for tons of YouTubers to be like, yo, playing in an EVO tournament, getting top 8 at EVO in my closet, playing EVO on McDonald's Wi-Fi, playing EVO on McDonald's Wi-Fi.
I better
Bro.
see it. I better see somebody.
Are you
sitting at a
waiting,
McDonald's.
son? I'm at Evil's final.
I
Oh
can't
god, you
wait,
saw that meme.
bro. I can't wait for Little Tier God to stream his evil
gonna be
matches
so
and
good.
just be like, "Fuck, man, this is garbage."
Oh, there's gonna be so much
Yo,
rage
anybody,
quits.
So
say,
many,
anybody say I was never gonna get to top 8? Get that ass back.
Get that out of bed.
Get that ass back.
That's for inspiration. Are you fucking?
Man,
And then
I've
you
seen, there's so
got-
many videos on Twitter of like someone gets forward smashed by Ganon, he hits the home button on Switch, and he's like, "Oh shit, man, yo, my connection died, bro. I don't know what's going on."
Then
Not just the entirety of grand finals for Smash.
and then you
Online,
got,
it's just that one Mighty Keith video.
bro. Imagine DSP streaming his evil tournaments.
Yo,
no,
I'm telling you right now.
that man is McDonald's Wi-Fi. What you mean?
I'm telling you right now, the Evil Champion's gonna be like some guy who just had good connection, just a rando.
I'm gonna join the tournament. And they're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, can you stream your face?" Me, sure, why not?
You know,
New type goes, "I recognize that voice."
I knew what that is.
All of Twitter
Oh my
is going to
God.
hate me for being comfortable while I play.
What's
you
crazy
need to sit on the
is
floor
that,
while you play this game.
I think it was like a week or two ago. Fix Smash Online was trending. Oh, it's gonna be trending very much around that time of year.
oh
Hashtag
no.
fixed Ultimate Online. Yo, Nintendo's
Smash
gonna be ass out when their servers get exposed.
Can anybody just like join up for these tournaments or like what? Because I know they
I think
repaid it.
Evo has a prize, like you have to pay in.
Yeah,
Because I
Smash.
know they repaid everyone's tickets, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do it this time.
It's probably like you're gonna have to pay in to get into pools and stuff, and they'll just let you watch it for free from home.
Okay, but the thing is, like the reason most people don't go is because you have to pay for a hotel and all these other expenses. But now that you only have to pay to get in, I wonder if there's gonna be like the most applicants ever.
Probably. They'll probably fucking start Evo. Evo will probably last from fucking August until September.
Oh my
How many
gosh.
fucking
Tournaments every
virtual
week.
meetings.
Pools
And,
are
like-
pools are freaking 3 weeks long.
And like how many people they actually had to like, set up to do this. This is probably the best evil it's ever gonna be.
That and if people are still in quarantine, they're like, "Fuck it, I got nothing else to do."
Or you just sit here and practice. I might just join the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus one. just to be like, hey, Ma, I made it to top 8. What does that mean? Evo, biggest fighting game tournament in the world. How? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Yeah, I'm gonna sign up and be like, "Yo, Mom, what's up? I made top 800 Evo." How many people signed up?
I made
That's not
top
important.
2,400.
Bro, I can't wait because
It's gonna be so interesting.
it'll be great. It's gonna be great.
So it's going to. There's
gonna
going to
be
be.
the best.
We're predicting now on the Talk Down podcast. You heard it here first. There's going to be salt. There's going to be lag. There's going to be people making up stuff in the streets. There's going to be a lot of contestants, and this might be the biggest prize pool. Yeah.
Oh, it actually might be.
It's gonna be the
God,
biggest.
I can't
It's gonna be
wait.
the biggest evil tournament by default, and
What's
no one even
crazy-
in the fucking building.
What's great? Just wait for it. People are gonna start streaming fighting games, like getting used to internet lag, so I can play for Evo. Like Zero tweeted out, he was
Hey,
like,
honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if it becomes a massive success, and they're like, "Oh, let's just do this from now on."
Oh, God.
I don't think Evo would ever toss up playing locals.
Like,
they
like
might have
how
like they might have it
went
there.
from arcade cabinets to using consoles.
If this is the future of Evo, I worry. I worry for Maximilian Dude's kid who's gonna be like, hey, Dad, I placed top 8. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. In
You ever
Evo,
did it? Did you ever?
Max just looks at his kid, oh, no.
Oh
You
no.
only know how to play with lag.
You have no idea what it was like when I had to sit beside this sweaty dude.
The sweaty
no.
melee player hadn't
Like,
showered
I-
in 2 days.
I can't imagine.
Double cheeked up.
I can't imagine somebody playing against Tupperware.
At least this will be the cleanest evil ever.
Like,
Unless they ask people to
going
live stream their
local-
face.
Like, I love going to local tournaments and all, but like, I prefer doing online tournaments for the sole purpose of I don't have to smell somebody. Like, I take a shower when I leave the house. I'm like, yeah, I smell clean. And then when I sit down and I smell something in the air. I'm like, oh, damn it!
Damn,
Did I
nigga,
sweat?
I need a
like,
shower just
did
being
I-
next to you.
Like, I was just like, damn. Like, I'll never forget. Like, damn. Did I sweat too much from getting nervous? I'm like, wait, the fuck? I still smell like Poland Spring. I still smell. Still smell clean. What the fuck? Oh god! You just stop playing with the person because you're just like, no, I don't.
Sorry,
want to
bro. I
this.
shit my pants again.
Like imagine, like you can't imagine playing beside a guy like this.
I just no.
I wonder if anybody's gonna have like the brilliant idea.
To masturbate while they're playing.
Yes, but
the both
but
of y'all.
if to
The
like
both
try
of y'all.
to try to DDoS one of their competitions.
That's something that LTG might do.
Oh no!
No, bro. Imagine you're just cruising Pornhub, just looking for regular followers and whatnot. You're like, okay, this is cool. Next thing you know, you see getting jerked off while I played Evo 2020.
Stop! That's awful.
Listen,
That's fucking awful.
now you know someone's gonna be playing Evo on their Switch, playing Smash Ultimate, taking a shit
Oh no!
at a gas
You're
station.
right. You're right, but it doesn't need to be said.
This is such an interesting time. I don't think it'll ever happen again because I think fighting games are best done like in person, like
In
Evo
person.
Grand Finals, big stage, big crowd, like that like
Where
esports.
you
Like
can punch your opponent in the throat for spamming.
I think you can. I think there's something to be said about like a digital event. Maybe like they could have like, their own separate event, like maybe like in March instead of every year, and then like it's just like an Evo Lite essentially, and it gets you training for like actual Evo where the input lag is non-existent.
I'd like that. That'd be pretty cool.
And I mean, I think Zero had mentioned that he was going to he asked his followers if they wanted him to enter because Zero's big thing was he didn't want to travel anymore because it just Smash tournaments have never been big enough to where he could basically make money comfortably winning. So
It's like I could win now and earn money.
basically. So he said basically he's like, so now that Evo's digital and I can literally just pay the entrance fee, chill at home, and beat people's ass in Smash, should I enter? So I think Zero's gonna be entering this year, and honestly, I'm pretty excited to see him play again. It's gonna be interesting because last year,
McDonald's Wi-Fi, that is.
year, New Type made a bet. He was like, "Yo, MK Leo is gonna get washed if he doesn't. I'll tattoo his face on my ass."
I do not remember this at all.
No, you said this. What? So wait, Sosuke, were you there for that?
For what?
For-
Repeat it.
for-
New Type
Smash-
does not recall these
Smash
things
Evo
he
Grand
might have
Finals?
said.
Oh yeah! Now I remember.
And New Type's
I do
like,
not
I'm like,
recall
New
this.
Type, you think MK Leo's coming? He's like, nah, if he does, I'll tattoo his face on my ass.
I remember that clearly.
And then
because
and
my
MK Leo
initial
made one
reac-
of the biggest comebacks.
I remember that because my reaction was literally I was too tired to deal with it, but I was just like, this is some Florida shit. This is Florida, man, and Blake's an asshole. I remember those words exactly. And then the rest of the night is a blur because I think I went to sleep.
I think Bao was there too, but like I remember us all watching. Yeah, Souls was there too, and all of you guys were super like amazed at what Joker could do. You're like, how come Joker's at the bottom of the blast zone, but his up B take him all the way to the top?
Lucina, who like
I do
zeroed
remember
death.
saying that, and then I remember like, hey, I'm not really interested. Like, I forgot what I went left to do. I was like, yeah, he's gonna win, so I'm gonna head off. And then the next thing you hear, he's like, yo, he made a major comeback. I was like, no, you're kidding.
Stop that.
Because it was
Cut that
MK
shit out
Leo
right now.
versus Tweak. MK Leo was playing Joker, Tweak was playing Pokemon Trainer. Tweak had won 2 games. There was literally grand finals. MK Leo took 1 win. Tweak's like, okay, this is fine. Took another win. Tweak's like, what the fuck's going on? He reset the bracket, and then he like 3-0'd him. I don't know what happened if he got inside Tweak's head, but that was so hyped to watch.
But now we got the lag.
Now
Yeah,
we
man.
got the lag.
Y'all ready to see a teleporting Lucina?
Time to change
Nah, that's just instant transmission.
my fate.
Time to check my fit game. Fucking cuts out all her dialogue to just game.
No, you just hear Dio's voice, the screen suddenly freezes, and the next thing you know, your opponent's dead. Zawaldo!
Game.
Gabe, like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. Run that by me again, Captain. What just happened?
Yeah, well, we're on topic of freezing time real quick, completely off topic, but I was messing around Warriors of Orochi with some of the new characters, and Odin's unique magic is freezing time. So,
What?
yeah, that
Okay.
happens. So yeah, I think we basically said everything we're going to. So Sosuke and I are gonna go play Warriors of Orochi now, yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up our outros. We're gonna keep it under 2 hours. Yo, an hour and 38 minutes. That is actually good time for a podcast.
That is a record.
Riku busts like,
Gundam
hello
versus.
there,
All he would have to say is Gundam versus, and he'd be here.
So
for an hour.
Blacko.
So Blake.
So, Blakeu.
Y'all,
You like
y'all,
this fairy girl I made?
Oh,
you
no,
are
stop.
all being out of line.
But like, are we
Anyway,
wrong?
we're doing
Let's talk about the
outros.
mustard.
Sosuke,
No.
where can they find you at on the
Y'all can
interspace?
find me on Twitter at ArisuSosuke, where I repost only the finest of culture and anime girls. Well, not repost, retweet. You get the idea. And I also stream on Twitch.
What are you streaming?
I'm currently playing that Xenogears greatness.
Yeah, boy.
You love it. And I moved the stream from today to tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. EST, if y'all want to catch me there and watch me struggle with this chunky-ass robot known as the Calamity. Seriously, why the fuck is it so fat? It's bigger than the Virtue! But, yeah, that's where y'all can find me.
All right, G Shadow, where can they find you and your future Gundam Age review at?
You can find me on G Shadow 007, where I just hit 600 subs.
Don't forget to watch his best review ever made, his Kiss X Tis review.
Kiss Success and
No.
See Destiny. Let's go.
The
Yeah.
best reviews ever made. Like, come on, man. G Shadow, it was a great show. What are you talking about?
I rather. I'm not gonna say it.
New Type, where can they find you at?
You can find me, new type, 6 feet, bro, 6 feet at Revolving Dash Bunker on Twitter and Tumblr.
Alrighty, and this is Westtown HD, Blakeu Senpai, aka Mr. Make Your Content, aka your girl's favorite streamer, aka Big Dick, aka Top 300 Evo, aka the last thing you're gonna hear tonight. We're getting up out of here. A big shout out to everyone who came out in the chat and anyone watching post. Hit that like button for us if you guys are excited for any of the things we talked about. Leave a comment down below if you work for Naughty Dog and you're being mistreated, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Later.
Deuces.
Right.
Yeah.